Hello, friends, and welcome back to RedX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content. Anywhere on the internet, promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Thank you so much. Today we're jumping into r/pro revenge, I guess is what we're calling this saga. It's actually a Red exclusive from our own user, the Irish Pirate 18, author of the Star Wars Shenanigans saga, which I guess I could have called an RPG horror stories instead of just the Neckbeard stories. But yeah, that was pretty good. And now we've got the Ballad of Papa Pirate cooking, which is also turning out to be quite delicious. Papa Pirate, man, he got up to some shenanigans, didn't he, when he was a little kid? I guess that's how it goes before, whatever, computers and phones infected all of our minds and made us want to stay indoors all the time. So, cool. Let's hear more about that. Oh God, we are live streaming this on Twitch. If you'd like to come on through, check it out. That would be cool on your computer or phone instead of going outside. Hey, see, it's a callback from like 10 seconds ago. Good God. I'm on one today, I'm telling you. Let's go ahead, we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/pro revenge cringe. The Ballad of Papa Pirate, of trash cans and trysts. Oh, we taking a trip back to the love dumpster today. I love it. I'm all about it. Tell me something good, Papa Pirate. Did you have fun behind the trash can at the Kmart? Did they have Kmarts back in 1960? They had to. That's before all the Kmarts got shut down, right? Oh, that's a tangent. Okay. Come listen to my story about a man who wasn't named Jed. Although he wasn't no mountaineer, he was in fact poor, and this tale will lay the foundation of how he would one day keep his family fed. Papa Pirate loves the Beverly Hillbillies, so what kind of son would I be if I didn't inject a little bit into the intro? Oh, and then he shot at a squirrel and up came a bubbling black gold. Texas tea. I know something about the Beverly Hillbillies. Okay. This is to be the fourth installment of the Ballad of Papa Pirate. This is where I would normally post links to the previous installments, but given the fact that this is a Red exclusive, the links would really just lead back to the same subreddit. Who actually reads these when it's easier to just wait for the video? I mean, I do notice some people cruising through the subreddit, but yeah, I think a lot of people here wait for the videos, and I am so grateful for that. I require your views. Thank you so much. Isn't it a little presumptuous of you to think that it'll get read, Irish Pirate? I mean, I'm pretty partial to authors who I've interacted with before, you know? We build a bit of rapport, and then as soon as a new episode drops, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. What's that? Mommy Honkerdonkers, Irish Pirate, Gay Cop, Ramtide? Give it to me. I'm gonna read it right now. Yes, it'll get read. 100%. Look, everything I've written so far in this subreddit has ended up on the channel. Except for a story that I wrote about my sadistic wife, and if r/I love my wife ever makes it to the rotation, well, it might still make the cut. Is that a subreddit? Oh my God, yeah, it kind of is. It's really, really small. That's sad. r/I love my wife is where I would go. Total wife guy energy over here, and you know what? I'm 100% about it. If being a wife guy is wrong, I don't want to be right. Come at me with your miserable marriages. Anyways, that said, let's continue our journey through the days of yesteryear. Papa Pirate's split lip. See part 3 for details on that. Yeah, link is in the description. There's a playlist and everything. Thank you so much. Actually, I think it's just in the r/pro revenge playlist, but now it's long enough I should probably make it its own playlist. I'm just thinking out loud, whatever. It had mostly healed by the time he started his junior year of high school. He stumbled along with the academic grace of any other standard issue hoodlum. He wasn't in danger of failing out, mind you. He just wasn't an adherent of the philosophy, it pays to get A's, but C's get degrees. Honestly, not a bad philosophy. Not getting A's really messed me up. I would get a B on a paper and I'd just feel a certain type of way about it, and that just ain't no good, you know? As somebody wiser than me once said, don't watch the numbers. It applies to YouTube as well, okay? If I look at the analytics, I'm just gonna get depressed. So let YouTube do what it do. Let high school do what it do. It's all gonna turn out fine at the end. I promise you. So Papa Pirate was nearing the end of the fall semester and delaying the inevitable question of, what the hell am I gonna do next year? That's what everybody says when they get out of high school. They're like, oh no, real life is gonna start happening. Oh boy. That's why I joined the Navy, because I had no idea what I was going to do next. His junior year was halfway over. He was gonna be a senior next, and then what? MMA fighting wasn't really a thing yet, and boxing had too many rules, so he couldn't make a living with his most finely honed skill sets. This left him so preoccupied with the summer of '68 and what would lay beyond it that he had forgotten about the spring of '68. Those pesky little things called the last 3 semesters. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to look down the road. It doesn't hurt to freak out about things that you can't change. Actually, it does. In the summer of '66, a new faculty member had joined the illustrious ranks of Hometown High's top-notch educators. Heavy sarcasm implied there. This man was no ordinary undersalaried public instructor. Oh no, dear readers and or listeners. This was a college professor. Or at least he had been. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna build his whole personality around that. Great! What an interesting and complex human being. No one was quite sure how Barney fell from the graces of higher learning, but his rebound career in the humid halls of an underfunded southern school had left him, just a touch bitter. His misery wasted no time, sending handwritten invitations to everyone in his proximity because, of course, misery loves company, after all. God, I have to wonder why he lost the college job, though. That's just the slightest bit sus, is it not? I'm not gonna assume he's out there diddling kids or anything like that. I would never assume something like that. I'd never say it out loud. I am sort of thinking it, though. Some speculated that his departure from his collegiate career had something to do with an injury that he had sustained. There was no way of proving a connection, but being forced to wear a back brace that prevented him from turning his head might have played a role in his choleric temper. Maybe he just has scoliosis. A little bit of that old spina bifida, right? Probably should laugh at that, but also whatever. Oh, and why are we calling him Barney? Well, because Papa Pirate described him as having Barney Fife syndrome. Oh, that Don Knotts syndrome, where your eyes pop out of your head. Is that what's going on here? For those of you who have never seen the Andy Griffith Show, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, I'll assume you never spent your sick days with your grandparents. Don Knotts plays a sheriff's deputy named, you guessed it, Barney Fife. He was a small man with a small measure of authority, and he milked every last drop out of it wherever the opportunity presented itself. Not unlike the Barney of our tale. Oh, so it wasn't like a physical thing with him. I mean, seeing Don Knotts in the neck brace, that would be pretty funny too. That would make me laugh. Every single one of you has known somebody with Barney Fife syndrome. A shift supervisor who acts like the CEO, a mall security guard who fancies himself a food court Columbo. God, Columbo, we got so many like old TV show references here. Are we gonna flash back to the Love Boat pretty soon?
It floats back to you.
Or perhaps the little old lady who carries a copy of the Homeowners Association guidelines with her like it's the holy backflippin' Bible. What's this? A departure from coarser language? Has Irish Pirate rid himself of his potty mouth? No, I'm just trying to help Red stay off of Susan's radar. Oh, bless up for that, honestly. I've been having to cut back a whole heck of a lot. Hopefully things will be turning around within a few days. I'll get my ad suitability back. They let you do like this self-certification thing if you've been being a good boy, but I haven't been being a good boy because I uploaded the incel dictionary. For a little bit of background, for those who are curious, sprinkle some liberal amounts of the good King's English wherever you think it would fit, which in the current climate, yeah, that's nowhere for me. Thank you very much. I'd like to continue feeding my family. I appreciate it. So yes, Barney acted like any other petty tyrant. It hasn't taken the class of 68 long to form an opinion of their new math teacher. If he was a restaurant, his Yelp reviews would have driven him out of business by the time of the fall formal. He was universally reviled. He also had a weakness. Ah, yes. Everybody has a weakness. Everybody. It's time to exploit it. Or just ignore him for the next 3 semesters and go on about your life. But I think Papa Pirate's gonna exploit it. Like all narcissists, Barney had a desperate love of flattery. The more prestigious the flatterer, the more effective the outcome. Does that work in the inverse? Hey, Barney, eat my... He's probably dead now. I'm just yelling at a skeleton at this point. And so it came to pass that the in crowd could earn a stay of execution with not but a "Good morning, Mr. Barney. I like your jacket." Ugh, brown nosers. Were they still going to laugh about the metal brace under it when his back was turned to the board? I mean, well, yeah, they were kids, so of course you should stick some magnets to it. That is hilarious. Oldest prank in the book, but really, it never ages. It's amazing. Not that I condone bullying. I'm sorry, Susan. Don't ever do that. God damn it. This put Barney in a bit of a predicament. He could hear the laughter. He knew there was some snickering going on behind him, but the flattering facade functioned as a fusion of false faces and feigned ignorance. Love that alliteration. The brown-nosing narrative needed non-confrontation to nurture narcissistic nepotism. I just want a whole story with nothing but alliteration like this. I would read that story every day for a year until I know it like the back of my hand. If only there was someone that Barney could accuse without having to go through the tedious process of turning around to verify the culprit. If only there was some kid in his class that had already ended up on his bad side within the first week of the semester. If only. Before the frost of February had thawed, Papa Pirate had sealed his fate with a piece of chalk and a short statement. Barney had written problems on the board and asked each student to come up and attempt to complete it in front of the whole class. Each student would stand before the others like a contestant on the world's worst game show and put their arithmetic acumen, or absence thereof, on display. Yeah, I guess public shaming used to be like a lot more of a thing in the school system in the before times. I don't ever remember this happening necessarily. I'm pretty glad they did away with it, if I could be frank. When one of the golden children got an answer wrong, he was provided a gentle correction. When an undesirable got it wrong, they were met with the wrath of a brace-necked, algebraic Gordon Ramsay. Whatever, man. You can't tell me nothing. I don't have to sit here and listen to this from a defunct college professor. Go get a real job. I'd throw it back in his face every chance I got. Despite having developed a love of reading through his brief friendship with an ill-fated, polio-stricken young boy named Tim, English was not Papa Pirate's best subject. Math, however, came pretty easy to him. When he was called on down as the next contestant on The Price Better Be Right or So Help Me, he confidently tackled the formula. He had counted ahead to see which problem would be his, and worked it out beforehand so he wouldn't be stuck scrambling for the answer under the scrutinizing gaze of a man who fancied himself the next Pythagoras. Where does that sort of ego come from? I guess it comes from the narcissism. Irish Pirate does have a psychology degree, so I'm really going to take his word on that. This is not one of those times that the word is thrown around like a buzzword. This dude is a narcissist. He finished his marks and turned to Barney. Papa Pirate was no sycophant. He wasn't about to kiss this man's hindquarters. Barney was a bully, and by now we all know how Papa Pirate feels about bullies. But even a bully like Barney couldn't gaze upon Papa Pirate's calculations without saying, "Barney,
Rod, how could he possibly be this far off? Are you supposed to be in the slow class?"
Yep, good old public shaming, even though I'm sure the answer was right. With a cacophony of laughter behind him, Papa Pirate looked back at the board, thinking that he might have completed the problem wrong. But no, he had done the right problem, and he was sure that the answer was right. He turned back to Barney and saw him holding a piece of paper in place with a fingertip. It was the answer sheet. Something was off. Papa Pirate, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Barney,
"Then I'm pretty sure you're an idiot."
Papa Pirate, then what is the correct answer? Yes, please tell us all and show us your work. Barney gave the answer in a tone that dripped with condescension. Papa Pirate looked back at the board and checked his math. There was no way that answer was right. His eyes drifted down to the next question in line and made a discovery. Barney was giving the answer to the next problem. Papa Pirate shook his head and looked back at his tyrannical teacher. Papa Pirate, check your sheet again. You're looking at the answer to the next question. Barney huffed and Barney puffed. Yes, how dare you correct me? I'm supposed to be the teacher. If I'm wrong, everybody just revise your view of the world to make it right. Are you kidding me? Barney looked at the paper and he turned bright red when he realized his mistake. Barney,
Fine. You're not as dumb as you look. You can have a seat.
Papa Pirate, okay, right after I have an apology. Ooh, I love this. He not taking no guff. You can't speak to me this way. I'm a human being. Yes, I'm a student. But if you'd like to help people learn, then you don't abuse them in such a fashion. Barney,
Excuse me?
Papa Pirate, you called me an idiot and said that I look dumb, even though I was right. I deserve an apology. Barney,
You'll deserve detention if you don't take your seat.
God, this is one of those school things that has not changed at all. Yeah, we did away with the public shaming, but the teachers that are holier than thou and think that they can't possibly correct it, they are still out in full force. God, I hope he gets what's coming to him. Please, feed me that pro-revenge, baby. Papa Pirate, are you going to apologize? Barney,
That's it.
and he shuffles back to his desk.
You don't want to sit there. That's fine.
He takes out a piece of paper and hastily scribbles on it.
You can walk then. All the way to the principal's office.
Wow, you're so clever with your retorts. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow for that apology, how about? Papa Pirate took the paper and read over it. Barney was recommending that Papa Pirate be suspended for a week for being quote-unquote insolent and disrespectful. Isn't that quite ironic? Isn't it the teacher himself who has been insolent and disrespectful? But okay, I'll take my lumps. It's my word versus this a-hole. Maybe talk to some of the other kids in the class. They would definitely back up this story if nobody likes him truly. Papa Pirate had been trying to maintain a grip on his temper. As some of you who have been along for this ride know, He had a hard time maintaining an easy breezy outlook on life when he felt slighted. He balled up the paper and walked to the door. He stopped and looked back before heading out. Papa Pirate, insolent and disrespectful mean the same thing, by the way. I guess this is why you teach math. Oh, I love it. You could have also thrown in at a high school level because you got kicked out of college for diddling kids and just spread that rumor. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say that. Oh well, now it's out there. Now the rumor mill is running away with it. Barney tried to stop him from leaving. He wanted to add more to his note. Papa Pirate, however, set sail to an all too familiar port of call. Yeah, you wanted me to go and now you're like, wait, come back. Make up your mind. Under any other circumstances, it's likely that Papa Pirate would have ended up taking an unscheduled week-long vacation. Barney was looking forward to having a week without this boorish boy and his brazen bravado bungling his boisterous belittlement of all these baby bumpkins. The alliteration works even better in the Pearl Clutcher voice. That's beautiful. Barney didn't know that the principal was friends with Grandma Pirate. The principal read the note and asked Papa Pirate for his side of things. Principal,
I see. Well, I'm going to have a talk with him this afternoon and get his side of things. I'll ask a few of the other students as well. Go home, cool off, and relax. Chill. Come to my office tomorrow morning, and I'll let you know if you're going home or to homeroom.
And thus it was said, and thus it was done. Well, it's kind of nice you got to take the rest of the day off without really getting into trouble, because you know the truth is going to come out in the wash. Papa Pirate had come back the next morning to find that his story had been corroborated by some students that the principal knew would be unbiased. Barney had been reprimanded, but Papa Pirate was cautioned to steer clear of any further confrontation with him. Barney had marked him as undesirable number 1. All right, bring it. Barney can't run off to Daddy Principal in order to fix his problems. It's you and me, mano y mano. Or disgraced college professor unwilling student, I guess. And then came the fateful day. The last day. The last straw. Barney had his ironclad back to class while writing some of the problems on his board and trying to give the best instruction that he could without having to turn all the way around. To his credit, it apparently was rather difficult for him to try and write and talk to the class at the same time. So, while the cat was looking away, the mice, completed the idiom. The popular kids were laughing and chatting amongst themselves. The novelty of poking fun at Barney's back brace was long gone, but teenagers can always lean on a bit of gossip when the classroom gets too quiet. Barney,
Papa Pirate, I'm gonna need you to keep your mouth shut while we're in class, unless I call on you.
Bro, why you always, you think you know my voice that well? Have you been watching Red X videos? If that's the case, then you do. But also, please don't watch any more Red X videos. We don't need you, Barney! Papa Pirate, who had been busy minding his own business and inventing football plays in the back of his notebook. What? Me? Barney, still looking at the board.
Is there another Papa Pirate in here?
Papa Pirate, I wasn't saying anything. Barney,
don't raise your voice at me, boy. Now be quiet.
Bro, why you gotta address me directly? Why can't you address the class as a whole? Am I suddenly the representative of this entire class? Am I being paid to keep them in line? No, that's your job. You better be careful or you get knocked down to elementary school. God, I got so many lines I want to use against him, honestly. This is also why I wasn't very popular with teachers in school. The popular kids did quiet down a bit. Papa Pirate glared at them. A couple of the boys made rude gestures to him, and laughed at how red his face was getting. The laughter had been loud enough to draw some more attention. Barney,
Papa Pirate, are you deaf?
Papa Pirate, are you? Or can you just not count? You're the math teacher. How many voices do you hear talking and laughing? If it's more than one, then it's not me. He's blunt, but he's got a point. Barney threw his chalk to the ground and turned around so fast that Papa Pirate swears he could hear the metal plates grinding against each other. Barney,
you will not talk to me like that in my classroom.
What, did you build it? This ain't your classroom. They're lending it to you until you get knocked down to elementary school. Papa Pirate stood from his desk. In the immortal words of Don McLean, his hands were clenched in fists of rage. Yeah, American Pie, that's what I'm talking about. Papa Pirate's default setting had long been to offer a change of venue when verbal resolution proved impossible, but this was a teacher. He couldn't invite him to take this matter outside, no matter how much he wanted to. Papa Pirate knew better than to familiarize this man with the concept of summer teeth. But who said that he had to take it outside? I mean, there was a place inside the school building that would be appropriate. Papa Pirate, how about the principal's office then? Barney, fuming mad at the audacity.
All right, let's go then.
The principal, once again, is going to side with Papa Pirate. And thank God for that, honestly. I've seen principals who were just completely there to protect the teacher. This principal, unbiased, there to protect the kids. A lot of things have changed about school, but yeah, that's something that they need to bring back, if it was ever a popular concept in the first place. Papa Pirate then did something. The first time he told me this story, I laughed, but I thought it was just a fanciful tale. I didn't think that he would actually have done something like this. When I first met Papa Pirate, he had learned some anger management skills. This just didn't seem like the sort of action that a calm and kind man like him would take. It wasn't until high school myself, where I met one of his old friends at a football game, that I came to believe it. Papa Pirate,
Irish Pirate, this is Glenn. He was one of my best friends when I was your age.
Irish Pirate, really? Glenn, yeah, me and your dad go way back. We got in a lot of trouble together. Irish Pirate, yeah, like his trash can incident or something? Glenn, oh man, I had almost forgotten about that. As this grown man doubled over in laughter, I looked at my impishly smirking father and thought, oh my God, the trash can incident was real. What's the trash can incident? Please elucidate. I need more information. I want to be privy to the joke too. What was the trash can incident, you might be wondering? Yeah, I was. It was the incident in which Papa Pirate picked Barney up, placed him in a large wheeled trash can, and, despite his teacher's protests, pushed him through the halls to the principal's office. Oh my God. You're definitely gonna get suspended for it, but I think it's worth it. Wowzers, dude. Glenn apparently had heard Barney screaming and ran out of his classroom to see what was happening. He and like every other student in the school, that is. Oh my God. It's glorious. There was no prank. There was no forethought, really. It's just like the dude's trash, stick him in a trash can. The principal stood from his desk with a startled expression as Papa Pirate pushed Barney in the bin through the doors. Principal,
Papa Pirate, what are you doing?
Barney, he did this to me. He put me in the can and he pushed me through the whole damn school. I mean, honestly, he probably should have taken him for like a lap. You know, just go meandering around the school, make sure the kids out on the football field see what's happening. You don't want anybody to miss this. It's going to be the talk of the town for a minute. And Papa Pirate had, in fact, taken the longest route possible to prolong the humiliation. I love it so much, honestly. You're killing me. The principal looked at Papa Pirate in disbelief, or strained belief, maybe. Hard to disbelieve something that you are seeing with your very own eyeballs. I mean, Papa Pirate couldn't deny that he had done it, nor would he. Barney, the boy's a menace, and he needs to go. I want him expelled. Papa Pirate to the principal.
Don't bother, I quit.
And just like that, Papa Pirate became a high school dropout. Yeah, and a living legend. Good God, I mean, go out, get your GED, it's fine. You made the right choice here. You shouldn't be subjected to this every single day. The dude is out for blood. Unfortunately, he didn't realize what Papa Pirate was actually capable of. You should have gone and asked those two drunk brothers. Or maybe you can't ask them because they got their jaws wired shut. Some are teeth. Some are here, some are over there. As the rest of his friends graduated, Papa Pirate was celebrating his 1-year anniversary of working at the same cotton mill as his dad. It was unskilled labor, which was the only kind of job that he could get now, but that wouldn't always be the case. 100% on that. High school dropout isn't the end of the world. I dropped out of high school. Bet you didn't know that. Got my GED, did a semester of college, dropped out of college. Yeah, it's fine. Life moves forward no matter what. You don't need that. Don't sit there and subject yourself to that. By the fall of 1968, something happened that would forever change the course of Papa Pirate's life. A young woman had just been forced to move halfway across the state when her dad retired from the Navy and got a job in next town over. She would have to finish her last 3 years of school far away from the beach town that she had called home for 16 years. Well, that's rough, but also look on the bright side. Fresh start, right? Her brother had a much easier time fitting in than she did. It didn't hurt that he was a phenomenal football player. He was good enough to upset the pecking order and move straight to star quarterback before his family had even finished unboxing their belongings. I'm sure old star quarterback was really salty about that. Always keep your head on a swivel. There's always a bigger fish. Mama Pirate had made a few friends by the time she followed along to watch her big brother play in the big rivalry game between next town over and their old nemesis, Hometown. Mama Pirate and her friend Jessie were finishing a transaction at the concession stand when something caught her eye. Or someone. I wonder who it was. Possibly Papa Pirate, considering her name was Mama Pirate. There, against the chain link fence, was an older boy in an olive drab field jacket. He was tall, lean, and according to her, the handsomest boy that Mama Pirate had ever seen. Aw, that's so nice. I hope my wife says that about me, even if it's a lie. Just say that, please. Papa Pirate was no longer a student, but he did come out for the football games in Hometown. There was precious little else to do in this glorified truck stop, after all. Mama Pirate. Oh my God, Jessie. Who's that? Jessie. No, him. That's Papa Pirate. Mama. Do you know him? Jessie. Only by reputation. I'd steer clear of him if I were you. He's the meanest boy in all of Hometown. No, he's not. He's a living legend. Are you kidding me? That wasn't a mean thing to do. That was righteous. That was justice! What she neglected to tell Mama Pirate is that she had once made her interests in Papa Pirate known. Had texting been a thing back then, her heartfelt confession would have been met with a single grayed out word: scene. Bro, you got left all red, bro. But like IRL. Mama Pirate did not heed Jesse's advice, obviously, and that was a good thing as well, or you wouldn't be reading or listening to this. I mean, like, I literally would not be here. I guess the latter of those 2 points would be the more pressing, right? Yeah, not existing, it seems like a bummer, but also you don't have anything to worry about. What do you mean I don't gotta pay rent no more? Wow, not existing is seeming better all the time. No more bills. Wow. So yeah, Papa Pirate and Mama Pirate had their first meeting. This was the story that was told to me time and time again throughout the years, and Papa Pirate's side of it used to sell me on the notion that when you meet the one, you'll know. I mean, I believe that notion. They talked at length that night, and on the phone the next day, and every day for a few days, and at the movies, and at the Shiny Diner, and they were definitely high school sweethearts. Or rather, high schooler and high school dropout sweethearts. Yeah, it counts, that's fine. And of course that was a problem. Grandpappy Pirate and Granny Pirate liked Papa Pirate a lot. They thought he was a respectful young man, and they had no qualms with him courting their daughter. Granny Pirate had even dropped some hints about just how amenable they would be to Papa Pirate putting a ring on it someday in the future. Things were getting remarkably serious as Mama Pirate was heading into her junior year. That's another thing that's changed, man. A junior in high school talking about marriage? And then having that marriage work out? Oh, bro, this almost unheard of. What's going on here? Papa Pirate was at work in the cotton mill one day when he had a glimpse of the future. A future that would be waiting for him right around the corner if he didn't change something. He saw the men and women at the cotton mill. They ranged in age from teen to geriatric. They worked hard for meager wages until their bodies inevitably gave out. He had grown up in a house with that kind of income, and he had hated growing up in a house with that kind of income. It had been the source of bitterness and anger for years. It hardened him, and not in the fun way. And, and it had given him the shortest of tempers. And if he took Mama Pirate as his wife, he would only be setting his children up for an unfortunate sequel. Yeah, I know what being lower class is like. That's why I scrape and scramble so hard to try and get on top with this whole YouTube thing. Dear Jesus, I've seen what you've done for other people, and I want that for me. You know that meme? God, that's hilarious. He quit that day and walked back to the school, straight to the principal's office. He apologized for the way he had dropped out and begged to be allowed back. See, he knew that the only way he could provide a better future for his children was to swallow his pride for once and just finish it out. And that is a really big thing to do. Again, Papa Pirate just out here doing the most. This young and already you're having visions of the future? I didn't even think about what my future would hold until I was like 25 at least. Only then did I even start trying. God. The principal helped him re-enroll under the condition that Papa Pirate takes school more seriously this time, and not to get into any fights with his new math teacher. Barney, you see, had been let go. Gosh, I wonder why. I don't know where he ended up next, but one can only hope that he left his garbage attitude in his temporary chariot. He ended up at elementary school, and he made those kids' lives miserable. I'm like 90% sure about that. Getting knocked down the ranks, but at least these kids aren't big enough to put him into a trash can. At least not yet. True to his word, Papa Pirate buckled down on his studies. He had to repeat his junior year. Apparently dropping out prevented him from being able to count the first semester or something like that. But this wasn't a bad thing. His grades were significantly better. He was motivated to do well now. He wasn't sure what he would do for a living, but Mama Pirate had inspired him to be the very best, like no one ever was. Bam, ba-na-na-na.
I wanna be the very best.
To get straight A's was his quest. To graduate his cause. Papa Pirate, puppy love is real. You guys are gonna get married and stuff. And it actually lasted, is the craziest part to me. But the truth is, a good woman can make a man turn everything around. Why am I here? Why am I still doing this? How did I make it on YouTube? Wifey was there. She encouraged me. She saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And now Mama Pirate has made Papa Pirate believe in that as well. It's a beautiful thing. His grades over those last 2 years were so good, in fact, that he was offered something in the spring of 1970 that he had never even dreamed of. A full academic scholarship to West Carolina University. Question: was that one of the top schools in the state? Answer: 5 minutes of laughter. I mean, I could do it, but I don't want to put you guys through that. So we're just gonna say, no. No, it wasn't. Question: was it conveniently located? Answer: if you consider nestled in a valley only accessible via terrifyingly steep and curvy roads, a handful of miles from the river where they filmed Deliverance convenient, then yeah, sure. Why not? Question: did they at least have a good football team? Answer: I ended up going to WCU myself, and we had a saying: the catamounts can smell fear. Unfortunately, it's their own. If it did have one major selling point, however, it was going to be free. Yeah, good enough for me. I'm sold. I'm gonna go there and put my all into it. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't care if it's the crappiest college in the country. I'm gonna get a degree, right? Great. Mama Pirate was excited for him. She had no interest in college herself, but she was willing to work to support him while he went to school. She was gonna get a job and send gas money for trips home on the weekend while he was getting his degree. She would start setting money aside for them to build a house when he graduated and when they got married. There was nothing in the world that she wanted more than him. Oh, it just gives me butterflies, man. I love that so much. You guys are really working together as a team here, and you love to see it. The part that brings my heart rate back down is the bit about building a house on one person's income, however. Can you imagine that nowadays? That is where the 5 minutes of laughter should go. So Papa Pirate filled out the acceptance paperwork, got all the documents together that he needed, packed everything into a manila envelope, and took it to the mailbox. There was something in there already, though. It was addressed to him. He picked it up and gave it a read, and his heart dropped. If he sent his paperwork in a month sooner, maybe even a week sooner, the next 4 years of his life could have been very different. Mama Pirate wasn't the only one that wanted him. You see, Uncle Sam had written him a love letter. Oh, not Uncle Sam! Not again! Yeah, I guess we know where he's going next.
When you get drafted, when you get drafted!
There once was a teacher so mean, his students rebelled when unseen. He picked the wrong prey and got wheeled away, lost his job, and was ne'er again seen. A young rebel once met a lass, whose bro gave the pigskin a pass. A plan was then made, but soon got delayed when the army called dibs on his ass. So I guess the question is, does Papa Pirate step up and allow himself to get drafted? Does he run away to Canada? Does he claim to have shin splints? I think he does actually go. He seems like the type that just would take it on the chin and be like, okay, well, this is my duty and I must do it. And yeah, maybe the college plans got deferred. Maybe he never goes back to college, but Mama Pirate is the one thing that I'm sure he's holding on to. I'm sure she's willing to work a job. And hey, the army will pay you. You guys could get the house built. Just make sure that you survive your tour of duty. If things get dangerous, go hide somewhere, okay? You ain't gonna catch me out here shooting at another human being just because some oligarch told me to, okay? But I don't know, there's some people that are really gung-ho, and the people that are gung-ho were probably way more plentiful back in 1970. I don't know, man. Will we get to hear about it? Either way, I hope Papa Pirate keeps himself safe, you know? Maybe we'll get some army-style pro-revenge. I'd love to see it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. You know, maybe check the links in the description. There's all kinds of plugs and playlists and podcasts. Spotify, iTunes, Teespring, wow! We also live stream this whole thing on Twitch. But I got other social medias too. Twitter and Discord and Facebook. Hooray! Sometimes I reply. I'd also like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous channel members and Patreon patrons. As I do every episode, Jerry much. So thank you too. Dazzle Misery, Skylar Rain, The Fez Waiter, That One Gay Cop, Valley Eye Crane, Sheeza, Rosie Rainbow, Slow Spooner, Sean Campbell, Heaven Sent, Robert Thibodeau, Jackie McQuitty, Grimstrap, Trainboy, AJ Collins, The Tiny Boy, Tooth Plushy, Corey Arts, Kelly Clark, Legolas, Loser, Florentic Waver, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Brandon Ashcraft, John Endorse, Phantom Danica, Origami Steve, Skylar May, Amara, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Death's Flagship, The Bearded Snake, and buy two, get one hand. Heading over to Patreon, we've got Miss Black, Harley Hohen, Robert Allen Waits, again, Camille Sarah, Chance with Blue Kraken, Roxanne Wolf, Sim, Jerry Conrad, Ingy Fluxer, I Need Coffee, Yummy Poo, Captain Cloud Jerry, Ellipses, Aaron Jerry, Deku, Esteban, Origami Steve, Santa Jerry, Silent Revolver, PCB, The Original Jerry, Ravencraft, Hamodius, The Fourth, Tick Jerry, Destiny Piper, Jerry, Kitsune, Salty Wizard, A Very Tired Jerry, feel that too, that's why I need a coffee, Justy Jargonia Jerry, and Frankenberry, ain't that hide bitch though, Assassin Pug Jerry, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Peter Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Billy D, Bitch Gremlin, Blade Hero, Brown Dragon, Commander J Tank, Dr. Lux, Aaron Era, Esports, Rose Never Studio, Fire Drake, Gizmo Jack, Hadrian BR, Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate, Lust the Blue Marble in a Mutiny, oh tragic, Iron Olive, Radiant Jam, JM Coon, Jerry Smith, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Outlaw, Mother Trunker, Honk Honk, Jerry, I'm begging you, please don't take my beard, what? Jerry, wake up, I don't like this, Jerry, wake up, what is happening right now? John Hero, Crewhee, Cuddly Kraken, Lady Italian Greyhound, Dino, Lady in Awakening, Lauren Crow, Legitimate Girth, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry, Luca Vex was a race car driver, he was a good friend of mine, never did win that checkered flag, but I helped him drink his wine. Like and subscribe, my Lady Nix, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Flector, Needless King 89, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins, and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes, and Quagmires, Ramtide, Lacrimates, Rose Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Scarlet Scoven, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Imp, Steve Bugelli, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomato, Tabby the Blue, the Gypsy Barber, the Littlest Who art you, Fusky? This isn't even my final beard. Trying to find another Bob to get back in the real world. Vanguard Angel, VC3, Viking Jerry, Void the Comet Destroyer, Wiki Tech, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay, Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though, Cage Alex 9, Redwind, Bad Penny Lane, Not the Viper, Saints Blessing, Third Stuff, Venom Jerry, Jace Richardson, One Leg Jerry has returned from battle. Salute to you. A normal Jerry, alright, Red. For you, I bring Doritos, but I count on your expertise if they attract beards. Yeah, no one's good. We'll chase him off with soap. Admiral T-Take, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry Sailor, Breaker of the Tom Army, Bartender Kelia, Big Dad Wolf, Broken Spine Horseradish, Cake Jerry, the original different Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Chicago Panda, Corey does art sometimes, Cowbug and Cody, Cryptides, the Fawn Jerry, Defty Tuna, Dilf Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Dwarven Ramsey, half the calories, all of the hate. Ghost of Alpha, Greymon 365, Heek Knot, Hydra Jerry, Solman, Janitor Jerry, roaming the streets of Finland, Jasmine, Jeffy, Geralt of Arabia, Jerry, but with two S's and an E, Jerry Springer, the results are in, you are not the neckbeard, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on, check out the mustache on Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Rockstars, Jerry Role-Playing Game, Keaton Tails, Kid Marvelous, Kids Again, Lucha Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time Milkfed give Miss Duchess, Mr. Gas Mask, not Invisible Angel, Raptor Arc, Seldom Dark, Skybar, Ravenswood, Smegma Male Pride Set Jerry, and getting that cheese. God. Thanks, I hate it. Snary, that's Snob Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scary, Jerry Ton, all your season is coming up soon, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, they call me Jerry Two Knives, Jerry Pie, to Infinite Jerry and beyond, Tokyo Bird, Unkale, Vaughn, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neck beer, grow. It's Jerry time, Ultra Redex Morpher, Hygiene, it's Jerry time, Ultra Redex Morpher, Humility, and thank you to my gorgeous $1 patrons as well. Bless up all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do. If you can afford to help these people support, that's huge. If you can't, don't sweat it. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, watching another Red X video, and I hope that you'll come on back and do the same thing again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoyed today. Maybe like watching even more Red X videos. Please, do it. Come on. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.